Hello, I'm Dr. Anine Grumbles. I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself. I consider myself a Renaissance woman. I do a little bit of everything, and I'm a person with many interests. I've had several careers in my lifetime, and I have a passion for education, learning, and self-development. My interests range from psychology to how we function with our minds, how we store and process information, hypnosis, essential oils, nutrition, energy healing, writing, to name a few, and even some hobbies like silversmithing and cooking. Mostly, I have a passion for helping people. And the way I like to do that is by integrating all of these fascinating subjects into a course and teaching it. I used to teach them live all the time. That's not so possible right now. I like to put the information in the courses to work, to help others to achieve their goals. Weight loss is one of the subjects that I've tackled because I've always had a struggle with my weight. It seems to me that it's something fairly common. When I first had my son, I gained over 40 pounds with that pregnancy. Every time I went for a doctor's visit, the nurses told me to eat more food. I didn't feel hungry, but I ate more food and I put on for over 40 pounds. And let me tell you something that all women who've had a child know. The baby fat is really hard to lose. And I have tried so many diets in my life. You lose 5 pounds here, 5 pounds there, 10 pounds here, and then you get depressed and feel deprived. You can't eat your favorite foods. You're supposed to stop eating them. And guess what? You don't want to do it anymore. You feel like it's not working. You're not losing a lot of weight. It's taking too much effort. And so you stop. You gain all that weight back. You gain more. And it becomes a vicious cycle. You have to go and diet again. Deprive yourself again. Don't like it. When I was working on my master's degree in transpersonal psychology, I was also working a 40 to 60 hour full-time job. I was also a wife and a mother. It takes a lot of time. I wasn't really getting out and having a lot of activity, moving my body or anything. So it was really I was just sucking on the pounds, man. I was pretty horrified one day when I went out to go buy a pair of pants. I found that my body had gained weight. My waist size was bigger. I brought home a size 14 women's. Several months later, when I needed another pair of pants, I brought home size 16. I was really discouraged. I went to an awards ceremony and a friend of mine took my picture. Well, gee, I wanted to burn that picture, shred it at least. And apparently I hid it so well that I couldn't find it when I wanted it to show the difference of where I was and how much weight I had lost. I knew I had to do something. But that wasn't the breaking point yet. The breaking point came when my husband said to me, You look frumpy. Oops. I have to lose weight. I have to go on a diet. When I hear the word diet, a little voice inside of my head goes, deprivation. Oh yeah, I didn't like that at all. And I didn't know what else to do. And I was getting concerned because I was putting on a fair amount of weight. And I really, really did not want to become a member of the overweight club, even though I'd be in good company. 60 to 75% of our population is overweight. A third of them are morbidly obese. They have an additional 100 or more pounds overweight. A lot. It increases our health risks from everything I've learned. It decreases our lifespan. It definitely puts your quality of life at less. It takes away your confidence. You don't really want to go out and, be vivacious and things like that, because in truth, people judge you for being fat. You have less energy. It's more difficult to move around, and the joints hurt a little bit more. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. So I turned back to my education. I studied more. I learned more about current nutrition and some of the breakthroughs in dieting. I learned about digestion to figure out how that worked in the body. I was trying to learn how to cook foods so that they had less calories. And what I really came to the conclusion of is we know how to eat. We know what to eat. We just don't really want to do it. So I had to look at some other things. And what I discovered was mainly all of the emotions that are tied up with our personal relationships with food. We learn them as a child. We learn them from our parents. We learn them from school. We learn them from other people in authority. We learn them from our own experiences. I don't know about you, but when I was a child, I had to clean my plate before I could leave the table. There were starving children in other countries, and they needed the food. We couldn't waste our food. So thinking like a child, I told my mother that I would be very happy if she would send them those overcooked canned green beans. They could have them. I didn't really enjoy them. And if it would benefit them, they could certainly have them. I also told her that the dog wouldn't even eat them, because when I had to sit for maybe an hour pushing green beans around on the plate until I ate them, I tried to feed them to the dog. Let me tell you, it didn't work. Well, notice so far I hadn't lost any weight yet. So I had to use all my education and experience. I started writing hypnosis scripts for myself. I recorded them, and then I played them for myself. I had to listen to myself. And they say that actually works best. But I did a lot of things. I visualized what I wanted to look like after I had lost the weight. I visualized what I would look like in some stunning dresses with my waist all nice and slim and trim, and my tummy flat. I listened. I visualized what my friends would say when they saw that I had lost so much weight and how good I looked. And more than that, I visualized how wonderful I felt, how much easier it was to move around, and just how good emotionally it felt. I use this and many other methods to alter my eating habits, to change my childhood programming so that now I can leave food on my plate. I don't feel like I have to clean my plate every time. I can eat less food and stop when I'm not hungry anymore or when I'm partially full. And slowly and surely, I lost that 30 pounds just in time to buy a smaller suit for my son's wedding in 2013. Guess what? Size 12. I had made some progress. I took that weight off and kept it off. And then I lost more. My friends told me how good I looked and how did I do it? They wanted to know. So I put together a course and started teaching. A colleague of mine 4 years ago asked me if we could team up and merge our two programs into one. We did it. And we created Incredible You, Healthy Weight Loss with Hypnosis. And it's a great way to slim down, lose weight. It's all natural. You don't deprive yourself. You can eat anything on that diet. There's just some guidelines of what you need to do. And we walk everybody through it step by step with a systematic method. And we help them through it. We deal with the emotions. We deal with the psychology. We actually, after we merged our courses, we taught that course several times at one of the community colleges until COVID shut us down cold. So what did we do then? Well, we started writing a book. We wrote the Incredible You Guide to Healthy Weight Loss with Hypnosis and a companion workbook for it. And I want to tell you something else I am so proud of. We are recently published. So those books are out there. The best news yet, we turned our course into an online course, and Incredible You, Healthy Weight Loss with Hypnosis launches in 1 month, April 2022. It's so exciting because we can help others turn their life around and become more healthy, to lose weight, because losing weight is a goal that many people have. And it feels so good when you've accomplished your goal. Losing weight gives you a much more positive view of yourself, the wonderful person, the incredible you are. Thank you so very much.